So today I'm going to be talking of the money mistakes, one of the money mistakes I've made. My money family, I've made dozens of money mistakes. So yeah, if you keep on tuning on this YouTube channel, I'll be sharing some of the money mistakes I've made. I've made like thousands of them. But what I always say is that yes, we all make money mistakes, and we should not beat ourselves because of the money mistakes we had made. But we need to understand the lessons, because on each mistake you make in your life, there's a lesson to be learned. So the moment when you don't learn the lessons, you will continue making the same mistakes. So it's very important that you look back on the money mistakes you have made and see what lessons have you learned, and learn from those lessons. We need to learn so that we won't continue making the same mistakes. Because doing the same thing over and over again and expecting results, that's total madness. You need to change something for things to change. So if you speak that this was a mistake you made with your finances, you need to change something, learn the lessons, change, and do better with your money, because your money matters and you must be in charge of it. If you're new to my channel, I'm Manyonga, the founder of Let's Talk Finances with Tari, and on this channel we talk about money, because I love money, and financial literacy, and I post my videos every Saturday. So if you like this video, please don't forget to like the like button and click on the subscribe button so that you can receive notifications each time when you post videos on Saturday. So a few years back, I was working and I decided to start a side hustle, because I was always someone who always wanted to have multiple streams of income. So I decided, okay, I can't just rely on a salary. So I decided to do a cross-border business. So I used to go to other countries to buy clothes, handbags, shoes, you name it, whatever which makes ladies look good. So that was the business I was doing. And I don't want to lie, that business used to be striving. But one thing I noticed, debt was always running after me. Where was that? So because I was working in the central town, and I used to have customers from the salons, my colleagues, and the good thing which I always cherish about that business is that my customers used to pay me in advance. So each time when I used to go to have a trip, I know that okay, all my customers, they paid, so it's just for me to pay their orders and I will have my profit which is left. But me being me, on those days, when I used to go and do my trips and all that, I would first get my customer orders and buy them everything what they wanted, those orders for my customers. Then when I'm done with that, I would say, okay, now it's my time to pay me for working so hard. I didn't understand the concept of paying yourself first, because I thought with paying yourself first, you are actually spoiling yourself. So I would go and start shopping for me for the work I've done. So those days I was a shopaholic, I don't want to lie. So I would shop until the month gets finished. So on this certain day, I saw the word sell, and my mind actually go like, whoo, sell. I would pick clothes, shoes, handbags, all I could do. When I went to the till, I paid and they told me the money, and I used all the money which was in my wallet. Now, after paying, it came to me that in that wallet, there was also money for my bus fare, which I'd used to pay for my clothes. So now, back to reality. I didn't have money to go back home. I felt very stupid. Obviously, I was stupid, yeah. How can you use your bus fare? Honestly. So, lucky enough, I used to make my trips with my friends. So yeah, I had to think of a story to go and tell them. So I went back to the hostel where we were staying, and I was like, you know what guys, I've made this stupid decision. I've used all my money and I no longer have any money. But I didn't tell them the whole truth. I didn't tell them that I used all my money to buy my own clothes. I just told them on my stock, I ended up spending all the money, but I didn't tell them that most of the clothes, they are mine actually. So yeah, they were kind enough and they were very generous. I love those friends till today. So they borrowed me the money, and I went back home, and reality sank again. Remember, all my customers, they paid in advance. So which means I also didn't have transport money to deliver my orders, right? So yeah, I had to think who's the next person to borrow money now for me to go and deliver the clothes, and now to think how am I gonna run the whole month and transport money to go to work. So yeah, I kind of borrowed money to make it through the end of the month until I get my next salary and get next orders to do that. Because so yeah, my friends borrowed me money, so I managed that month, and I got my orders again, and yeah, the cycle begins again. I went to another country to order my orders for my customers and all that, just because I wasn't learning from the mistakes I was making, and I also had people who was assist me at the end. So because I was also, on that, I forgot another part on that story. So on that, I also felt like, you know what, I think I was really making much money with this cross-border business. So I decided to quit my job. I resigned on my job because I thought, okay, I was like, my job was also like taking time, because I felt like if I would like travel every week to go and order and come back and sell, I would actually make more money. So I submitted my resignation letter and I quit my job. So on my next trip, I didn't have salary month end. So I went, and because I was still that same shopaholic Tari, so the same cycle, I did it again. I ordered for my customers, then I went back and I bought with all the money which I had, and I didn't have any other money left. So I kind of continued the borrowing cycle, because yeah, I was used to borrowing. Borrowing was my thing. If I don't borrow, my life wasn't like really feeling good. I had to borrow like for me to make it. So now people started talking, people talk, my friends started talking, but she always tells us that she's making money, but every month she's coming to us to borrow money for bus fare, for what. And yeah, like when you're in that circle, when you start seeing that people are talking about you, you get angry, because you'll be like, why are they even talking about me? Because you're not seeing the problem you're making. People started talking and all that, and they decided to stop borrowing me money. So there was a time I was really stuck in town. I didn't have money to go back home because no one wanted to borrow me money. So I actually ended up going to one of my clients to borrow money for bus fare. That was very embarrassing, I don't want to lie. So I borrowed money, then I went back home, and now because I no longer have that buffer of salary which always covered me, things really went bad. I ended up closing this business because I could not sustain it. And now thinking about it, the reason why this business went down is because I couldn't manage my money. Because all the profits I was getting, I was using them for me, not to grow the business. So here's the lesson I learned. Like, if you have money, if you have a business, just remember that the profits you are making, they are there to grow your business. Yes, give yourself a certain percentage, maybe just 10% or 20%, but the 80% make it to grow your business. So this is the major lesson I learned, that you need to put some money aside to grow your business. Because if you use all the money you are making, it means that you're not going anywhere, and you end up the business not flourishing. And we end up saying that, oh, you know what, I started this, and it's not working. And we're not really looking on the root cause. My root cause is because I always wanted to buy clothes, to look good like my customers, because I felt like, okay, when I'm selling them these clothes, I also have to be looking at the part, but that was not the actual fact. I was supposed to manage my money for my business to grow, and you never know, maybe I could have opened a shop if I wasn't that reckless with my money. So that is the lesson I learned from this money mistake. And if you are someone who is in the same position as mine, it's not too late to change. Just learn your priorities and know that when it comes to your financial journey, it's just your journey on your own. And do what you can afford with your money. There's no need to be competing with anyone else. Your only competition is yourself. So you need to be competing with yourself. Oh, okay guys. Let's always remember that money matters, and we need to be in charge of it. And let's not forget to subscribe and like and share your comments on the worst money mistakes you have made. Thank you. Bye.